Alright guys, tires installed. Timed myself this time. Took 45 minutes exactly. From the time that I jacked this bike up and started taking this tire off, 45 minutes. Removed it, put the new one on. It didn't want to seat right away, and just maybe a 5-inch section wasn't fully seated. I took the air out again, took the valve stem out, put the valve stem back in, put more air in it again. Still didn't seat. Took the valve stem back out, or maybe I just took the valve stem out most of the way, let the air out. I might have put the valve stem back in when most of the air was out. I pushed in on this side, like all the air was out. I put one of these on it, Motion Pro wheel protector. Took my tire tool, boom, and just worked that, went in there, grabbed it like I was gonna remove the tire again, pulled it back up over the wheel, and held it for three to 4 seconds. Let it go back down where it was, inside the wheel like it's supposed to be. Pulled my protector out, shot some air in it, instantly was seated perfectly. So, no big deal. This tire is a tubeless tire. It can go tubeless. So, I do have a tube in there, but this tire is rated, has a higher rating, and it's a tubeless tire. We have rated for, I don't know, over 100 miles per hour. Okay, this is rated for, I don't know, it says it somewhere. I don't know, maybe 115 miles per hour. I don't care to look at it. It was something like that. The other tire is only rated for, wherever it is, over here. The 244 front tire, 3.00 by 21, is only rated for 75 miles per hour. This one's rated for 115. I think it's going to be a better tire. I think it's going to perform good off-road. I put this tire back just like I showed I did the other one. I untightened my brake caliper, ran the wheel, hit the brakes a few times, held the brakes, taped it, snugged it down, slammed my forks back and forth a few times, ran the tire, hit the brakes, tightened down my axle bolt, good to go. Alright guys, finally out on my ride. I did change of plans. I don't know how good we can see this, but this GPS the whole time has been trying to take me a totally different direction, like literally a different direction, but to the same place. It's wanted me to take a left on every single road for the past 20 minutes. And my phone's taking me out to some road way out here, and I'm going right instead of left, and it's avoiding some kind of traffic slowdown. So sometimes the phone, with this GPS at least, it's the best to kind of go by the phone, or you got two options. Anyways, I'm not going out to the beach. I'm actually headed in the totally opposite direction, pretty much. I had planned on it. I looked it all up yesterday. Real quick, I forgot I had any new tires on here. This morning, probably been on the road for 20 minutes, probably not even. 20 minutes down this road, cruising 45 to 60, never even remembered that I didn't have my stock tires on. But anyways, the way that I wanted to go out to the beach area was going to take over 3 hours. If I wanted to take a direct shot when I wanted to leave this morning with the traffic, it was going to take I think 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes, an hour less. That was going nothing but the freeway the entire time, all the way I-10 through downtown Houston,
straight through there, straight, which I've ridden before. Not on this bike, but it's not that big a deal. Just not really what I wanted to do today. I just wasn't excited. Alright, where am I going here? Taking a right up here, and then taking a left. Okay, I've come on this ride so many times, and so I'll know exactly where we're going, but I'm going out to the Brazos to check out some spots. So I wasn't excited about that. I even found an area that I want to explore out that direction right off I-10. It's another part, kind of it leads out to the bay, but it's another section. I forget what lake it is. It's called some lake, Anahanahua or some crap. But even there was a 2-hour ride, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. Going straight down I-10, it was an hour and 45 minutes to get there. Like I say, I didn't care to ride straight down I-10 right now. Just didn't seem appealing to me. Could I have done it easily? Yes. And the way that I wanted to go, not straight down I-10, was going to take a lot longer. So let's say I did the 3-hour ride to get out to where I wanted to go. It was like 3 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, that's not a big deal. But then I'm riding around out there for 2-3 hours or whatever it is. Even if I left it 8:30 in the morning, 9:30, 10:30, I get out there about noon. Okay, I ride around for 3 hours. That's 3 o'clock. So by the time I'm coming home, it's like trafficy time, and take me another 3.5 hours to get home. Just to get there and back is over a 6-hour ride, probably pushing 7 hours. Riding around out there when I get there for 2 or 3 hours. Okay, so I'm looking at a 9 to 10 hour ride. I don't know, just wasn't like my cup of tea this morning. So if I go out there, it's going to be an overnighter, and I'm going to camp up somewhere. I didn't want to just ride out there for 2 hours and ride back, and it would still be kind of a fast-paced ride down some other areas. Weren't highway, but it was still probably 70-mile-an-hour ride half the time. Okay, so started looking up some other stuff. I've been out to this one place years ago, probably 10 years ago, off the Brazos, and I had a little riding area, a little trail, kind of through the woods, with a little hill and stuff. Not that I want to ride that, but it also had some sand out, like a beach, kind of at the river. I don't know if that's still like that, and I don't know if I'm going to the same spot. But I looked on my maps, and this is the thing that kind of stuck out to me. If not, I'm going to just explore that area. Brought a couple drinks with me. Found some other areas I want to explore. I could probably spend days exploring along the Brazos River back in the country. And I found another some lake. There's a couple little lakes out there. It looks like they got some hardcore areas around it for riding and stuff. So I won't know what it looks like till I get out there. Alright, we're getting close to 6 minutes. I need to just find areas out in this direction. Can't stand going the other way. Zero traffic. Half the time, no cars whatsoever. Probably more than half the time. Beautiful scenery. The other way would have just been sucky. Even going the back roads would have been nothing like this. Would have been going through big towns and big areas and populated areas with traffic and everything else too. This is just such a better ride. I need to really get out here and do some hardcore exploring, try to find some really, really cool areas. You never know what you find. I can find some hardcore off-road sections with trails going through the woods and down the river that not many people know about. So, still, I felt zero difference from what I've been doing now today than if I would have done it on my stock tires. No difference whatsoever. No wobbles. No nothing. What is this? Must be right up here. Put the front at 30 psi. Man, I forgot to check it if I had my dang tire pressure gauge. I don't need it. But yeah, I went 30 in the front and I left the rear at 36. Perfect so far. Like I in that test ride, unless I was on the freeway with that crappy freeway roads that, you know, they take the bottom of the barrel of concrete, and the cheapest guys that want to come out and install it, they just get it done like a dang roller coaster ride half the time. It's ridiculous. These roads so far, perfect. I kind of forget that these are new tires. Symington, Bessie's Creek again. They got some good yellow catfish in there. A lot of them used to catch the yellow cats by the dozen in there. Not that spot, but the other one. We used to bring the kayaks and canoes and kayak down that little creek too. It's a nice one, nice creek. Market Grill. Oh, I think that's where my sister brought us that one time. I'm close to where my sister and my dad live. She thinks she loves that restaurant. All right, well now I know how to get there. Okay, taking a ride. Another cop. Nope. You got the Land Rover. Cops won't drive no Land Rovers. He's breaking down every other day. We replace them once a year. City go bankrupt in no time. Alright, Wallet. 6 miles. What road am I on? Cowhide. I thought I was going to come in. Okay, yeah, 293. That's what I thought. Well, I was just saying. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to turn next. What do we got? Benchmark. What is this? Who knows? One minute. Is that to this road or is that to the spot? I don't know what's going on here. It's alright. Nice and cloudy today, keeping that sun away a little bit. Oh. You know what? I think I'm close by. Oh, what is this? Dude, y'all know I gotta go in there. Fred Roy's greenhouse. I gotta go in there. Not this second. Okay, it's telling me here's my destination. What happened? I've arrived, guys. Here it is. My phone is a joke. It's joking. Right? How stupid. Okay, that was ignorant. But, you know, it showed me this cool little place. I don't know what the hell this thing just did, but we need to go right here. following this thing. Phone just tried to take me to wherever it wanted all of a sudden. Alright guys, dude, I have half a mind to go on here right now, but I'm on a mission. Maybe later before I leave. And I believe this gas station has a place to eat. Yeah, man, I gotta go check that out. I came here one time, I think, and ate in there. Well, that was real silly. I should have went with my gut instinct. I knew something was wrong, and it was probably right there. Right after it made its turn was probably right where my destination actually was. There's things I don't like about the GPS and things I do like. One is you go around and just touch a spot and say go. You don't have to put in anything. Alright, this must be it. So I'm going to... Yeah, this is where it turned and then took me through here. And I even looked down here and thought, I bet that's the way to the river. Okay, he's telling me I went the wrong way, but I'm checking out what's down here. Don't look like anything. It's like a turnaround. Ooh, that's muddy. Heck no. I ain't going through there, guys. Oh. Let me walk it real quick. If there's a nice trail through the woods, I'll go through. Let's go see. Only if there's a nice trail through the woods. Somebody dragged this thing probably out with their truck. They're like, I don't think so. Or they just made it to where they could shut this down. This mud looks... I'm gonna get my damn visor up. The mud looks fairly serious. I'll probably just come in and go that way. The way I'm not walking. Okay. Well, we got some trail action. It's been raining for days, and Lord knows what's going on out here. It's definitely muddy. Whatever. I'll be cleaning the bike again for the third time. What is that? Is that fake? That's a rug or fake grass. Okay, this just got a little spooky. Left my key in my bike and everything, so it's gonna move on. What the a vacuum. Okay. I wish it wasn't super muddy. I would have been able just to come back here for the fun of it and check it out. That looks like a turnaround. Well, guys, I found some trails. There's no denying that. And it keeps going. But obviously trucks come back here, and you know, when trucks go to places, I mean, look at that. That's serious. Fence boards with nails. This is definitely flat territory. I probably even blocked the entrance with my motorcycle. Okay, we got some trails through here. I wish it wasn't muddy. I'm not even. Hang on, I'm muddying my tires. Oh! Oh! Okay. I can't even walk down this, let alone ride. This is going to be seriously slick. There's water right there. Well, now I'm all muddy, that's alright. Found trails through the woods at the Brazos right away. Okay, God knows where this trail goes. Man, it is muddy though. I mean, it's going to be serious to come back here. And I just slipped and fell. Perfect spot to test out the bike and the tires, but man, I wouldn't mind some mud here and there, but these inclines and hills are muddy and slippery and slick. And I run down it again. This hill right here, guys, this is fairly serious hill, right where it gets super slick. I'd have to come with some speed through here. I'm not going to come down here just because of this. I mean, I can barely walk up this hill. I'd have to get some serious speed. Not serious, but I have to get some speed and come right up through the center. I can't do it. Probably would do it, but that's not the experience I want right now, is to have trouble getting back up that hill and have to get crazy. Damn it. That sucks. I wish it wasn't so muddy. But definitely come back here when it hadn't been raining for a few weeks. Check out this area. Okay. That sucks. If I had a dirt bike, I'd go for it, no problem. Fortunately, I'm not a dirt bike, and like I said, I already fell and ruined all my clothes. Let me get back to my bike. There it is. Ooh, okay. So we got good and we got bad. I found a trail, but I can't ride it right now. Good is, I'm not gonna keep saying it, but it's slick. Taking this helmet off. I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, we got no good access to the river. I'm not coming back here just for this. I was hoping there was a sand embankment or something. So, get up here, regroup, and figure out where I'm going next. Could go just check that side real quick. I'm not sure if this is where I came a long time ago or not. I don't think it is. It just seems different. I feel like there was like a wooded right in here, and it was like a turn and a big hill to climb, like right 50 foot in the woods there. Not that trail that goes all the way through. Wonder where that trail goes though. Alright, well, I'm headed back to the bike. Alright, well, part of me wants to go for it, and the other part of me says, don't do it. So, I gotta listen to the other part of me. Yeah, if it was dry, a little bit drier, didn't have to be perfectly dry, but those hills are going to be tough with this bike in that condition. And now I'm hot as hell. Uh-oh, better put my glasses back on. I got them dangling on my pocket. Now I'm all muddy. Good, it looks like I've been doing something. More river accesses down that. I can go down here and see what's up. Oh no, there's a crew down there. Just taking care of the landscape or whatever. Alright, let's go. Now I'm feeling good. That wind hitting my sweaty body. Feels like I got AC. River's high, real high. Okay, and I see no spots over here. All right, well, to plan B, go down here to Willis, give me a few miles down. I think my phone decided to shut down. It was done. And take a left on 36 and cruise down a little ways. The guy behind me might want to pass. River, and I found some other spots that way, but I'm gonna head out this way and see what's up with this other little lake thing I found. Up when I get there. All right, I'm in Willis. We got a train. Of course we do. So I'm gonna go left here. This probably should be the road. I'm gonna go ahead and stop and shut my bike down. Oh, never mind. There's the end. Sweet. .36, this is it, baby. Cool old little town. Alright guys, come on, I gotta go. We got to go. We're heating up. Physically and mentally. Get out of my way. Speed limit's probably 6 miles an hour. He says it's 35. Go down here and see what this little lake's all about. Probably gonna be nothing. I'm not counting on anything. I saw it on the map. Down here on the right, I'm guessing I'll see it on my screen. If not, I'll pull over, I'll find it, and I'll touch it, and I'll say go. Matter of fact, I should have done that. Road's fairly windy, trying to rip me off the back of the bike. Well, this lake looked like it had a lot of dirt and like trails and riding stuff all around it. It almost appeared to be maybe a neighborhood they were about to build around this lake. I don't know. I don't miss it. I'm gonna turn in here. Brake check. Entrance only. Why are you telling us that pointed like anyone's coming that way to exit? Come up in here. Get over in your lane. Okay. Oh! I shouldn't have to shut the bike down. Hopefully it's going to be nice and easy. Should be this. Come on, buddy. Should be this way. Is this it? I wish this looked more like a... Go and shut the bike down. Lake Road, that's it. Okay. I want to go right there. Boom. Go. Calibrating.
Please drive to highlighted route.
And now we go. So that is convenient about the Garmin. That's why I need both of them. What this is all about. Bump in the road, and there was a slight wobble for the first time on this entire ride, and I didn't even care. So I was playing with my camera, riding one-handed, and I hit a bump, and it kind of just went barely. Cruise 70 for a minute on these back roads. On GPS, so 73 indicated on my screen. Riding stable. Even with that hard wind hitting me sometimes, fairly stable. Pretty hard. Whoa! Through this open field. I mean, hard enough to move me on the bike, not the bike, but move my body. Like, woo! The bike's not moving. That's a slight wobble here and there, like right there. That wind's going woo, 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 woo. Going flooring it to see if it'll bring it out, and it won't. Okay, we got a big wobble going. I had to let off to stop that wobble. That wobble was getting a little intense. That right there was the first annoyance in the, like, oh crap wobble. I tried to power out of it, it wouldn't stop, it got worse, so then I let off the gas and it stopped. Okay, this is telling me to go right. Wait. Are you telling me to go right or not? No, I should have been right off of this road. Maybe you're telling me to go right into that field. Let's go down here and we'll turn around if I have to. Not telling me to turn. That's weird. You think 70 run after that hardcore wobble. It was that wind coming across that field which really made it intense, because it was literally going like pulsing, whoosh, 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 which is making the bike go whoom, 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 whoom. 70 now and I feel stable. Change direction, I'm going straight into the wind. Throwing your money at all these tires, because that last speed wobble and the wind was hitting me, even though it was the wind pulsating, it's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So we got houses and stuff here. It's trying to tell me to take a right, like into this house. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. Let's see what we're dealing with, guys. We got cornfields. I think that's corn, I don't know. And the lake's supposed to be out there. Not looking good, but maybe it's hidden. Oh, just a road to turn on. I'll go back to those oil derricks and see what's going on. Okay, see, it's gated off. There's your lake road right there. It's kind of expected. I'm going to turn down here. There's no sign telling me not to. And let's go check this out. There's the road. I'm gonna take it. I don't see anything telling me that I can't. Okay. A little dirt road. Could be on to some here. Oh, we got a little duck panicking. I doubt this is going to go where I thought and wanted it to go. Okay. That's going to be too muddy. I'm going to walk it. I'm not walking all the way, but I'm going to get off and see what's up. Well, should we go for it? I see something down there, dude. I'm gonna go for it. It's gonna be muddy, guys. Alright.
Stupid.
Be super muddy. Oh yeah. Trying to get up out of the mud. That was real mud. Tires were slipping a little, but it tractored through it. Okay guys, let's look at my maps. Plus, we go look at what we just went through. That's thick mud. Luckily, on the high side, it wasn't super muddy the whole way. Let's see where this alleged lake is, and if I could get back to it, looks less muddy that way. Oh, okay, it's off to the left. Wait, no, it's straight ahead. Okay. It almost looks like it opens up out there, though. That's a little scary. If it gets into thick mud like that, constant, with no high side, that could mean trouble. We got some weird tracks coming through it. Coming through here. Stay up close to, yeah, this is corn. Look at that. Ooh. Big old stalks of corn. Is that what it's called? Stalks? I don't know, whatever it is. Okay. We definitely got a little mud. I'm just going to walk a little bit. Probably going to be a barbed wire fence or something stopping me anyway, and I'm going to come down here for no reason. Down there, it'd be instant sink. So I'd have to turn around somewhere like this where it's up on a higher side. If I did, I guarantee you it would instant sink and stop me. Look at that. That is super, super mud. It ain't worth it now. I'm kind of probably getting a little trouble riding out here. I didn't realize this whole area was a cornfield. You can see a fence down here. Right now I'm hidden, but if I come out of this cornfield next to this gate and the farmer sees me, I'm gonna have to answer some questions. Yeah, the dry side is getting smaller and smaller. There's no lake to be seen. It's probably behind the barbed wire fence here. Turn back, 5 police cars racing through the corn. Okay. A lot of corn though, I mean, not really per plant. There's like 2, maybe 3 on each plant, which kind of sucks. Yeah, there's fences all through here. You can see it cut off that way. And I'm going to say the lake's out there. So this is a dead end and a no bueno. No go. So there's no riding areas out here besides around this cornfield. I'm probably getting in trouble.
So shall be the unbelievers.
Make sacrifice unto him. Bring him the blood of the Outlander.
Dude, I hear like something. Like a motor. Could go that way, but where does it go? Shit. just get out of here. Hopefully I can make that again. And go find a good spot somewhere to chill out, because probably flying a plane over to look at me. Woo! Definitely got slick. And this bike likes to stay up to the mud though. Kept my feet on the pegs and just let it kind of steer out of it. Yeah. Keep a lot of that mud off of my stuff. And my tires off. Alright guys, that was a bust. I forgot to take video of my bike on the cornfield. Working. I smell a little oil, I think. Looks like we struck oil. Smell gas too, or something. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll get in trouble. Let's get out of here before we get in trouble. I mean, I could have hung out over there and drank a drink or something, but I don't know. Something telling me to get out of here. Okay, well that's going to be the best spot that I found so far, is that Brazos Trail that I can't ride right now. I'm headed back through Willis and back to where I came, and I might hit that other road going the opposite direction that follows beside the Brazos River. See if I can't find something out there. Just getting out and exploring. I would have hit the jackpot. Whoa. If it wasn't all wet out there, I would have went back there and had a good old time. That trail would have been about perfect for me. And I'll go out that road for a way, see what's up. I'll probably end up, I could go back that way, but I'll probably end up turning around and going to that garden center. This isn't where I came out, is it? I think it is. Is it? With the wind, I believe it. Now we got a bunch of humps in the road. Very tiny wobble, but now it's out and fine. It was perfect. It was just that one direction. When the wind was hitting me from the right, coming through that wide open space, and it was doing a pulsing. What is this road? Okay, this is the Brazos, and that was a road, but there was a gate on it that they could shut if they wanted. I have no idea where I am, but I'm gonna go down it there. Maybe I randomly found a better spot. Loose gravel, chill out. Alright, now gun it. Woo. Okay, there's a gate. There could be a... My front brake didn't do anything. I'm gonna try a quick little brake test. Going about 30. Yeah, my front brake stops good, and I don't feel the ABS doing anything. It probably is doing something, but I don't feel it, so it must be perfect. Okay, what do we got? We got a truck, some city worker or something. Water's up freaking high though. There ain't nothing down here. Ran off some freaking these little birds everywhere, trying to act like bats. Proper little gravel test. Yeah, front brake for me works great. I did feel a slight pulsing there, but it wasn't like it wasn't stopping me. It was stopping me very fast. I need to just test it down a hill. That spot wasn't too cool. See if we can find something better, or we'll go back to the first spot. We'll drink one of my drinks and hang out. I'm gonna ride through a little bit of this mud right here. Just this section to get up over there. It's doable, and I don't want to leave my bike up here or go over there, so I'm not even going to put my gloves back on. If I can't ride that, then maybe I should just sell this damn thing. Even if I got to take it super slow, well, actually I don't want to fall over on this concrete wall. Get up in here and stay over to the edge. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, my foot slipped off of the rubber peg again, so people aren't lying, your foot does slip. I need to go on a ride and try it with my my new pegs I got. I never tried. Parked my bike under here. Oh, I'm in a rut, so I was on high ground. Well, let me go see what it looks like over here. Is there any way around the mud so I can park in the shade? Yeah, we'll get it. We get it. Alright. Perfect. Alright. Like if I can't come back through that, well, I'm a super wimp. So, here we are. I should practice bombing back and forth just around this section through the mud. And then I'll ride down there and go across the river. I don't know what it looks like around this turn. Could be a lake. Some mud holes. Here's the biggest, craziest thing, but go back down there and turn around. Might not look like it. That's going to be a little serious mud if you get in the middle of that. Let's go ahead and do a lap or two. We didn't get to get any sand. Didn't make it out to the beach. Let's at least get what we got. We got some mud. Let's get it a little bit. Alright, we're still recording. Through here a little bit. This one. Oh yeah. One bad. Little mud hole. Let's go for this little bit bigger one. Oh, that one was easy. Alright. That one kicked up water mud on my shoes though. Woo. Okay, my foot is slipping off of that peg. Should go through that one. Front end dips in and it's slippery, and then it goes down into the deep spot, throws the whole kind of bike around. Gotta get used to letting that happen. Lock up the rear. Say, I'm impressed with the front brake. I'm impressed with the front brake and all this off-road stuff. See if we can't go straight through this. Now, I don't know how deep that is, so I should probably stay out of it. Right? Yeah, okay. One more little loop. Go in this deeper section for the fun of it. Oh yeah. Yep, I could feel my foot slipping for sure. On these okay, I thought we were gonna go left. It threw it right. Tricked me. Okay. Oh, slipped in the mud. Okay, it's gonna be harder. Whew. It'll be harder to get up because I'm slipping in the mud. And my camera's turned. I would have had it and I slipped. Yeah, as soon as I almost get it up, I slip. I can eventually get it, but I'm gonna go get a piece of wood. Yeah, barely though. I still almost slipped. I can smell gas. That stick gave me that little bit of traction. It's super slippery. Shit. Okay. If I could track her out of here. Bike's not starting. Not even trying to start. Oh, I'm in gear. Always something. Alright. Another we're not starting panic. I was in gear. Just gotta stop and think. Okay. So, what happened there? When I went down in here, I expected it was gonna shoot and kind of go this way. So I kind of went that way with my body, and then it went this way in the ruts for some reason, which threw me off, made me go down.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I don't have the going in the ruts down just yet. So, whatever. There's my third down. That's the worst one. It's slippery, mud. But, got it up, got it figured out. Alright guys, real quick. Got a whole cooler in here. Along with my whole camera bag, some other stuff, cooler, multiple drinks, my zero non-alcoholic beverage, and that top case is awesome. Guys, if I could have this top box on here, I would like the bike a whole lot less. This is just my opinion, but a box like this on a bike just makes the bike. To me, for what I do on this bike, it'd be unusable without a top box. I'm tempted to buy another one of these. Well, I keep doing that. I have something sitting on the back here. Keep knocking it off. I need to put that somewhere else. Tempted to buy another one of these just to have one on standby just in case anything ever happens to this. Just pop another one on. The glue gave way with the lid, the top, what do you call it? Sponge material, whatever it is, pad, came off, so I need to glue it back on. Or go without, but I'll glue it back on here. But man, comes in handy. Would not care to go on any adventures without storage on my motorcycle. I don't know if that could go with that for the DR650 or the XR650. I'm sure they have stuff like that. Big ties. This bike's luggage rack called for or allowed. But man, that box, any box, but that box for me is just awesome. Can't live without it. All right, guys, so tires. It's kind of a love-hate. It's kind of a, heard of a win-win situation, right? This is a win-lose situation. You know, yeah, they probably help a little bit off-road. I haven't done an extensive off-road ride. Down the dirt road, I didn't notice anything miraculous. Of course, I only rode down a 200-foot dirt road. But if I could feel something going on underneath me that I didn't expect with a knobby kind of tire like these. Not necessarily the front, even though it's more than the stock or the rear. But with the stock tires, I felt the same, if not better, going down a dirt road. Sorry to say. Now, it might take me an hour or two ride going down a dirt road and both to remember them or to get the feel for them. So take what I'm saying right now with a grain of salt. Now it might take more of a longer ride. Might take more of a ride, let's say a couple hours on a dirt road and gravel road areas, before I can make a good comparison, before I can say, no, I actually really like these tires. Why does my camera look sideways? Anyways, I don't know. I don't like them on the road. I'll tell you that right now. Anyone who stands around saying the stock tires are crap, I feel like they're just parroting what somebody else said online. I didn't find them to be crap at all whatsoever. And I don't think whoever's saying the stock tires are crap are taking this bike through some kind of hardcore multi-trail mud trip saying they're crap. I think they're just riding around regular and then saying the stock tires were crap. And I don't understand why. Weren't crap for me. Performed hella better than these on the road. Way better. No issues whatsoever. Not one. Couldn't tell me one thing the stock tire did on the road that any other sport bike or cruiser or any other bike I've ridden on the road does. Nothing. Perfect. So that right there says they're not crap. Off-road, I didn't really go through much mud in them, though I did do a little bit, and they were a little bit, you know, probably slid around a little bit more. So that might be what they're talking about. But like I said, I think 90% of them are parroting what they've heard and read online. So these tires suck on the road. So I could, if that's the case, then these tires are crap too. Most of my riding's done on the road, sorry to say, just like everyone who has an adventure bike. 90% plus of your riding is done on the road. So these tires suck. The same as the stock tires suck, right? I don't know. Definitely not a good mix. For a lot of the times, they did feel good on the road. But during this whole I think I rode for 2.5 hours possibly 3 hours. What time is it? 1:44. I think I got on the road around 10. Okay, so let's just say I put 3 hours of riding on them. There was multiple times where it got way too wobbly. There was that one time, I forget what road it was, I got it on the camera, where it really started doing this, where that wind was coming at me from the side, right? And it started doing this. And most of the time when it does this, you're like, oh, it's wobbling a little bit, who cares? So I try to kind of throttle out of it, but it got really bad to the point to where I didn't want to correct it in fear that it might take a darker turn and maybe go into a tank slapper. That's how bad that one felt. So I had to really let off the gas, start slowing down, and then it finally came out of it and I got back on traction. That's been the worst one so far with riding these tires. But that one, even that one, is unacceptable. You know, I was hitting probably 70 to 75 when that happened. It's unacceptable. So, I could safely say, using other people's scale of measurement with the stock tires, that they suck, that these tires absolutely suck. Okay, so I'm not sure if there is a perfect tire, just like I don't know if there's a perfect motorcycle. Is there a perfect tire? Maybe perfect for what you do, right? Maybe there's a motorcycle perfect for what you do. I expected this front tire to be better. I didn't expect it to cause those kind of wobbles. Now that could be being caused by the rear tire. I would hate to have to buy another tire, which I might pick up the rear tire in the 705, go ahead and slap it on the rear and see what it does. If it still keeps riding like crap, for even if it's only 10% of the road ride, I don't care. Even if it's that 10% in the top miles per hour, I don't care. I want to feel safe and secure, and I want to feel like I can go 75, 80 miles per hour to pass somebody on a turn without thinking, is it going to go into a wobble? I don't want to think that. I would take the stock tires over these at this time, just from the road riding experience. Like I say, 90 to 99% of people do way more road riding on these bikes than they ever do off-road riding. So say what you want. You can say you do 40, 60, or 30, 70. I don't believe it. You know, even if you rode somewhere and it took you an hour and a half to get there, and you spent 4 hours off-road, you probably still rode 10 times further on the street than you did in the 4 or 5 hours you spent off-road, just in that 1 hour on-road. You still rode way further. It's not about time, it's about the mileage you're putting on the surfaces and the pavements and the dirt that you ride on. So, I don't know. Jury's still out. We'll see. Like I say, I'm not convinced. Anything under 70 miles an hour, 65 and below, these tires are perfectly fine. So if you only ride 65 and below, fine, go change your tires. Get on some aggressive knobbies, they're semi-aggressive knobbies, and have a ball. If you go past 70, 75, 80, even 85, you might think twice, or you might just have to deal with something that you might not necessarily want to deal with. I don't know. Like I say, I might try 705 on the rear to match the front, see if that takes that out of it. And if not, I might go to the 700s. I know they're not going to perform that well off-road, but I don't plan on mud bogging constantly. I plan on riding out to cool off-road, dry off-road type areas. I didn't get this to be a mud bike. I am testing out the tires and seeing what the bike could do out here, and trying to gain a little bit of my, off-road feedback. But I'm not trying to ride it like a dirt bike. So that's what I got right now for the tire situation. If I think of anything else, we'll do a little bit more recording. But as of now, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to drink carbonated water I got thirsty. I don't know if anyone else drinks these. It's sparkling waters. I drink these every day. They're awesome. This is peach flavor. 0 calories, baby. All right. So I'm gonna have to spend a little more money to get this to what I want it to perform like. I don't accept how it's been performing on the road. I don't accept it. So I wish I could know. I'll look online and see if I can't dig up something. If changing the tire is going to affect the wobble like that, or is it mainly going to be due to the front tire? And if so, I can't believe the front tire, the 705, is doing that, because I mean the tread pattern is really similar to stock. I mean, it's about double the depth of the lugs, but it's very similar. So I'm kind of stunned that it's doing that. Now, I could try to balance the tire, but I don't think it's a balancing issue. Now, I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's a balancing issue. There's no vibrating. It goes perfectly straight. I can let my hands off the bars, go on speed, and just cruises. No bouncing, no vibrating, nothing. It's just the high speed, sometimes wobble during the road situations going on, depending on the road situation. There's times where I blasted 75 miles an hour, even up to 80, and I didn't get the wobble. So, there you go, guys. I'm going to finish my drink, and I'm going to head over to that little side road garden center I saw and check it out, and then I'm going to head back home. All right. Got the camera settings back correct. I aired down the rear tire to 30. I don't know if it's still warm or cold or what it's doing. The front's at what I had it at. Front's at 30, which is what I set it at. So I'm going to call it a cool tire. I was in the water and stuff with it, so it probably cooled it down sitting in that water. Anyways, tire's down at 30. I'm going to see if it feels better on the way home. And if putting it to 36 just made it feel like crap more. Alright. And we can see how muddy they are because I just had come out of that hole. They're packed with mud. A little bit out right there. Look at that. And that's just because I just rode right out of there and stopped it. Hopefully they'll clean themselves. Let's see. Sure I got everything. Alright. I think we're good. Tires clean before we hit this kind of mud. Okay, so that instantly tried to toss me. I really just don't want to fall into that concrete thing. Man, it stinks over here. All right. Stupid. Trying to clean the tires, but then the hard braking coming up to the stop sign with mud tires. And my feet are muddy. They're literally slipping all over this. I mean, I feel like I'm on ice with this foot. Of course, these boots are worn out. I just opened my new ones. Fix that mirror. Got messed up in the fall. Oh, there we go. Alright. On the road again. gonna stop at the roadside little country garden center. See if they got something special. 70, exactly. We'll find. I won't be able to tell you about that tire pressure until I do the hour or so ride back home. I want to like the tires. Don't get me wrong on that. Center was crazy. Had a bunch of weird cactuses and stuff specialized in succulents and cactuses. They had huge greenhouses out back there, like 186 degrees. I was walking through, it was pretty intense. On the way back, bike still's got the wobble with went down to 30 psi in the rear. Still got a wobble. Might have cleaned it up a little bit, I can't tell, because the other one was fairly well, except for certain scenarios, certain speeds. Got a little wobble, and I could feel something happening every now and again. I was right there, went down. Try to come up off and on them. Before I was doing probably 70, I put my leg out, was caught some air, and it did start to go like this for a few good seconds, 10 seconds. Can't say it's better just yet, because I'm not riding the exact roads. But definitely about the same. Not 100% stable, I can tell you that, like the stock tires were. Not that it feels weird, it doesn't feel weird or different at all. It's only the high speed and certain scenario wobble. The feeling's the same. Like turning and weaving and doing stuff doesn't feel at all different to me. Only the little wobble when it gets to wobbling. Here's where we used to go fishing. We used to park right over in here on the shoulder and walk down there. guys, I really want to go get something to eat, but I'm out testing these tires before I make my final decisions. I gotta hit this dirt road I just saw. Greenhouses. Wonder what they got. When I sat down, I got a little I was doing almost about 70. Brake check. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep saying it. This front brake does fine on gravel or loose pavement. Actually, the rear brake kind of makes you start going into a wobble, and then the front brake brings you to stopping, calms everything down. It peels out more than I would expect it to, that back tire. On this gravel. Yeah, I don't remember feeling that. So just in case some cars whipping around here, I don't remember feeling that. Finally some shade. With the stocks, when I started slowing down or stopping on a gravel road, I did not feel the bike doing this in the rear. So there's definitely trade-offs. Kind of expected it to perform better at everything. Definitely don't want to go down on gravel. These are some kind of blind turns and I don't know what's around them. Might be coming up to the end. Brake check. Yeah, rear brake sucks on loose surfaces. Front brake performs nice. Okay, that looks like a gate up here. Are we turning though? Well, I guess we're still. Yeah. Well, it says it's still going. Let me cruise down here. Let me cruise down here. Do that? I don't know if I'm passing a sign that said something or not. Got all these oil derricks or whatever they are turned off. Guessing this is going to be fine to roll through. I do smell that kind of oily smell. Yeah, these rubbers do get slick when they get wet. So kind of makes standing up a little unsafe. So my feet sliding slowly, but if you hit some hardcore, probably slip right off. Okay, this looks like the end of the road. Okay. Let's go through this tall stuff. Hope I don't run into a big hole. First gear is a little too tall for certain stuff, especially when you don't know the area too well. Okay. No need to push it, no need to push it. Okay, so a little slide there for some odd reason. Slide on the downshift. You never know what crazy person's coming in your lane on that turn. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know these roads that well. Slow down. Bit of a wobble or something, sliding or something. All right, well, locked up. Felt like the back brake locked up a little bit. Ooh, getting a little slidey on me on that turn. Must have been some loose gravel. I would like to see what that rear tire is doing. Let's not stop on a turn. I got a truck on. Alright peeps, we are almost at the food joint, the burger joint. I hope. Getting excited. I got some good burgers. This is where I ate when I came back from my overnight camping trip. I did out at the National Forest. But yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I really wanted to like these tires. And I wanted them to perform 99% as good as the stocks, and they just aren't there. I would take 95%, but I don't even think they're there. I would say they're 85% there. I should put my stock rear on and ride it with this front and see what it does. That would be an awesome thing to do, and I'm going to do that. Not today, maybe not even this week. I don't want to say something like they're going out to the beach with the sand next week or the next week and I didn't make it out there, so I need to watch how I say stuff. But I'll do that before I buy the 705 rear. I'll put on the stock rear and see if it's way better. Good idea. Before I go on any longer trips far away from home, I want to get my tires right. And if that means tires that are going to do not as good in the mud and not as good in the sand, then that's what I'm going to do. Because unfortunately, with these bikes, this bike, riding on the pavement is top priority. Feeling secure and safety of riding on pavement is top priority. Everything else just is second. Alright guys, well I'm pulling into the Burger Grill. So just a little short ride review on these tires guys. Alright, I'll see y'all next time. Later.